What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Flake Garage. My name is Brian and I got other Brian here with me, and today we're gonna do another junkyard video. It's been a minute since we gone out there. We checked recently and there is a Pathfinder there, so we're hoping we're gonna get over there, get lucky, find some flares, find some seats, and hopefully pick up a set of them and come back with them. So we're gonna switch to a GoPro, go out there, check it out, see if we find anything else cool, and then we'll see you guys in a minute. Let's do it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It is now a new day here, probably just a couple seconds for you guys, but we are basically ready to start cleaning the porno red seats that we got for Brian's truck. Let me show you real quick again. This is how dirty they are right now. I mean, look at that. It is kind of gross a little bit. They got some stains, definitely a big stain over here. We're hoping we can get as much as possible out of that. We're not very confident that it's going to be completely gone, but we definitely want to make it seem a little bit less dirty. And then the rest of the seats, like I said, they're not too bad. So we're going to hit them right now with the vacuum cleaner, make sure they're nice and vacuum as best as possible. Then we went ahead and went to Home Depot and rented this. This is a wet dry vacuum. So basically what it does is you put some water in here, some detergent, and then hook it up, turn it on, and it'll spray water and vacuum it back up. Hopefully that's going to get rid of those stains that are on the seats right now, and it'll make it a little bit nicer. Now, they did tell us that we can get this done with just some detergent, so that's actually what we put in there. We put some hot water, we put a little bit of detergent in there, and we're going to try it out first like that, see if that makes any difference on the seats. Now, if it doesn't, we did went ahead and bought the legit deep carpet cleaner. This thing is kind of pricey and you really don't need that much, so we're really hoping it's going to work with that. That way we don't have to use this and we just return it. But something to keep in mind, guys, if you want to do this, this might be a route, or if it works great for us with the detergent, then we'll tell you to go that way. It'll be a little bit cheaper too. So Brian, you ready to start cleaning this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So we're going to start cleaning this. Hopefully they turn out great, and then we'll move on to taking the bench out of the truck and putting it in there and see how it goes. So let's get to it. All right, guys, check it out. We have the seats now pretty clean for the most part. There's obviously some stains that we were not able to completely get out of there, so we might come back here. As you can see here, we got some dirt still in there. We might come back and do another round with the wet dry vacuum, but let me just show you the top. Can you tell which one was the one that had the black spot? It's kind of hard to tell, huh? It was actually this one, and look at that. It's almost completely gone. There might be just slight kind of hint of it still in there. But like I said, we might just come back and hit it again with another round of the vacuum. Right now we put them in the sun. We're waiting for them to kind of dry out. So make sure we're not have soaking wet seats in there. That's something you want to make sure. Once you're done doing this, make sure they dry. You don't want damp seats in your truck. That's going to lead to mold. It's going to lead to other problems. You don't want that in there. So we're waiting for them to dry. In the meantime, Brian is over here. He wants to spray the little plastic covers. We're gonna paint them black. So we're gonna be doing that in the meantime. And then we're gonna be ready to bring the truck over here and start swapping the seats out. And hopefully that'll look a lot better. The seats, the bench on Brian's truck right now is giving him problems. It's basically the cushion part on the driver's side is completely gone. He even bought a little Amazon cushion, I think.
Yeah, it's giving me a lot of back problems.
He said it's been giving him a lot of back problems. I don't know if you could hear him there, but yeah, we're basically ready to swap this one's in there once they dry up, and we're done with that. So let's wait on that. We'll move on to the next step. Let's do it. All right, guys, the seats have been out in the sun, not drying for a while. They are ready to go inside of the truck. And let me show you here, guys, exactly why we're gonna switch them. So Brian, talk to me through your setup here.
Okay, so I bought this off of Amazon for like 20 bucks, which is not bad. I used it, well, I bought it mainly because it was giving me back problems. And I'm gonna tell you why it was giving me back problems. So check this out, right? So underneath the blanket, we have a shirt tucked in because it's missing a huge chunk of where your butt's supposed to be sitting at, causing back problems on me, so it has to go now.
Yeah, as you can see, you guys, the bench has definitely seen way better days, and it is due for a change. So we are gonna start taking the stuff out of here, and it's gonna be real simple. I believe we are using 12mm bolts, right, for holding the seat down. So there's gonna be 4 bolts, 2 on this side, 2 on the opposite side, and you're basically take those bolts out and you're ready to take the bench out of there. So for us to come in and put the new bucket seats, we are gonna use 4 bolts instead of just 2 on each side. It's gonna be 4 per bucket seat. So we will have to kind of go down here and find where the factory hole is for the new bolt. It is gonna be there. They all came pre-made with them. It's kind of similar like my Mazda. They're just not in place right now. So we're gonna have to dig in there and find it. So let's get this bench seat out of the way, and then we'll move on to putting the new ones in there. All right, guys, we have removed the bench seat, and we had to take a little quick break off camera. Brian was a little embarrassed how dirty it was under here. It's not his fault. We just haven't been under the seat basically since he bought it, and it did look pretty gross. As you can see here, they're still pretty dirty right now. Eventually, when I come in here and hopefully swap this to carpet and put some sound under here. So for now, we're just gonna go ahead and move on with installing the seats so we can go get some food because we're starving, guys. So right now, basically, once you take all of this off, we decided to remove the middle seat belts. They go here and then on that side. And you're gonna need a 14mm bolt for that. Take them out. You can throw those to the trash if you're doing the conversion to bucket seats like we are. But now everything is basically ready to come in and install the bucket seats. Now, we do have to find the bolt, and then if you see here, you see this bolt? There's one there. There might be a slight chance it could be this back one, but most likely it's gonna be this front one here. So you have 2 bolts. You have this one, and you have another one back here. There's one of those 2 bolts is basically the one that is gonna be the one you need. And then here, if we push this, you feel it right here. This is exactly where we need it's right next to the tunnel. That's where you're gonna need to cut to get access to the other bolt. So we're gonna cut that real quick and then start putting the bucket seats in here. Let's do it. All right, guys, check it out. We wanna show you real quick. So here we just cut a small hole in here. If you have carpet, I guess you're gonna have to try to find that. Basically, you see this little hump, you're gonna feel it here. It's right above that. So we started from this side and then just went up. Just because we weren't exactly sure where it was, but that's how it is. It's going to be on the top side of it, of that little hump. Once you feel it, you cut your carpet, and then you're good to go. He has vinyl, so it's a little bit easier for us to cut it, but it's there, we're good. Now on the back, it was that first bolt we told you. So the one that is basically real close to that center seat belt, that's the one you're gonna have to take off. Once you take that one off, you're good to go. That one's there. Now we're ready to put the seat down and basically start bolting everything back in place. So let's do it. All right, guys, check it out. We have finally finished installing the seats, and look at that. Look, we had the black here trim that Brian painted. And outside of that, the seats look really great. They are definitely way better than the bench seat, especially in the driver's side. He doesn't have to deal with that being all messed up and torn up. Now he actually has some support. His lower back won't be hurting like it was before. And just a little tip also, when you're installing them, they're basically plug and play, but you might have to move your seat front and backwards as you're installing them, just to make sure all the holes line up. Also be careful when you're putting your bolts in there. We had a slight issue where one of them seemed like it wanted to strip, so we had to come back and just use a tab just to make sure it was all clean, clean the threads, and we put the bolts back in there. But look at that, it is looking sweet. Brian, what do you think?
I'm actually very happy with the outcome. I didn't believe they were going to look great, especially because of the color.
Yeah, especially with that porno red.
I'm actually liking the color on the
yeah,
on the
dude,
truck.
they
They're
look
a little
great.
bit old, but it's okay. Like I said, you know, I mainly changed them out because of my back, because I was having a lot of back pain for like the past couple of days.
So there you have it, guys. That is all it takes for you to swap some Pathfinder seats into your hardbody. These are basically direct bolt-on seats. And the reason why is because they're coming from a Pathfinder that is 95 or below on the year. So they're basically the same chassis as the D21. And that's what you want to get if you're thinking about doing this swap. Anything from 96 and up is not going to fit. That's a different model. It's a different body. So you're not going to be able to fit those seats in there. So 95 and below, they're going to be exactly like this. They're going to be able to swap right in there. And not a bad mod, especially for $30 that we paid for them. We were thinking initially they were going to be about $60, but when Brian got over there to the junkyard to pay, they actually told us it was $30 for both of them, which was great. And Brian, are you excited for the new seats now?
Yeah, I am. No more back pain, hopefully. So I'm really liking the way they look. You know, they're a lot better than the bench seats,
For
honestly.
sure. For sure. So if you're looking for a quick mod and upgrading to bucket seats, look out for some Pathfinder seats on the junkyard, or maybe local, some groups that you can find some. But yeah, that's really all we have for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video. So hit that like button or hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Later.